Hey Jim, what's going on? I got in some shears this morning. Somebody wanted them sharpened today because the shop was closed. Man, these are horrible. I don't know who sharpened these last time, but these look like crap. It's going to take some serious work on these. God. She ought to throw these away and get a new pair. We'll see if they were not cutting at all. It's just ground right in there. It's like somebody tried to sharpen these with a belt sander or something. We'll see if we can fix them. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching out there. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. These are just eaten up. That ride line is just terrible. Appreciate y'all hitting that thumbs up. It does help the channel. I haven't done a live stream in a while. It's been very busy. Had farmers market all day yesterday. I should do a live stream from the farmers market. I just don't have a very good cell signal out there. That just looks terrible. I'm not sure I can even fix these. My fingers aren't working good today. Good morning, everyone. We're getting there, but that is just eaten up right there along that ride line. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. You see that damage? That is just terrible right there. And at the tip. I started with the worst pair first. I'd examined all of them and tested everything. And this was the worst pair. It's missing a bumper. The ride line was chewed up. It was rusted all in the J area. Whoever sharpened them last time just ground the snot out of them right in there. God. Yeah, that's the best I'm gonna get that on the inside. That's just terrible. And this blade is not quite as bad. Still right in there. That's the best that's gonna get. I'm gonna suggest you just replace these shears. They're junk. We'll see if we can get them to cut halfway decent. Oh. I can feel how rough they are with the marker. That's pretty bad when you can feel it with the marker. All right, we're gonna have to turn the dust collection system on. Move the camera here. See what that looks like. All right, looks pretty good. Trying to make them look better also. I don't know if they're going to cut any better. That inside ride line is just chewed up. Let's see if we can polish it a little bit all the way over. It's purely cosmetic. But I didn't like the way the outside of that looked. Much better. Looks better anyway. I don't know if it's going to cut any better. Looks 100% better. Had a little vibration on the 1000 grit. I'm going to reposition the pad. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Nicholas, just whenever. Just whenever I have stuff to sharpen. So I got a nice even burr all the way across the blade. This was the blade that had the most damage on it. I use a Hiroto flat hone from Wolf Industries. Look up Wolf, W-O-L-F-E Industries in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Looks good, except the damage on the back of this. I'm going to try to buff it a little bit with the 1000 grit. I don't like doing that, but I want it to look better. All right, looks a little better. Let's polish. Mr. Spock. See if I can get that backside polished a little bit. Looks like somebody used a belt sander and chewed it up. I don't think these shears are worth sharpening, but we'll do what we can. I think she should have thrown these away and bought her a new pair. All right, where's my chamois at? There we go. Well, it looks a lot better. Still got damage on that ride line. There was nothing I can do because I was washing out the tips on the stone. Looks good. Okay, we're going to go to the 1500 stone. Move this a little bit there. I think they're good to keep your knife sharp. They're not going to sharpen a knife if it's already dull. The idea of the sharpening the rod is just to keep a fresh edge on it. If you'll go to here on YouTube and Google knife sharpening, can't remember the guy's name, the chef. Think of it in a minute. I'm brain dead this morning. He's got a good video on it. All right, looks pretty good. How about that? This blade is not as damaged as the other blade here. This blade is highly damaged in the inside, right there. Yeah, see that? And I've already washed that tip out trying to get it sharp or get it clean, and it's just not working. And the tip right there. Exactly what Zachary's saying. What's the chef's name? I'm drawing a blank. The guy that yells at everybody. Yeah, right there. And I'm not getting the tip either. These are just crap shears. We're going to do the best we can with them and tell her to replace them. Gordon Ramsay, that's it. Say I'm brain dead. Thanks, Zachary. Yeah, Mr. Spock, look up Gordon Ramsay knife sharpening. He's got a little quick 2-minute video. But like I said, if the knife is super dull, it's not gonna do anything for it. It's for realigning it, keeping it sharp. All right. I've got to put another bumper on this, so we're gonna find my bumpers. How did I damage it? I didn't damage it. It's the client who damaged it. I charge $20 a pair when they bring them to me. I charge $35 a pair when I go to a salon. Well, heck, I've lost my scissors. All right, so we got a new bumper in there. All right, let's see if we can get them reassembled. Like I said, this was the worst pair of the 4 that they dropped off. So I thought I would do those first, and they would not cut anything. They were folding hair. The bumper was missing on it. And they probably should be replaced. They look like an old pair. Ah, cutting like butter. Look at that, very nice. All right, so we got one pair done. Let's do our final adjustment. And oil them. All right, so that's one pair down. Took me a little longer than I wanted. All right. These aren't quite as bad. They're at least cutting. Not cutting well, but they're cutting. I got to dump this. I'll be right back. So I use Simple Green Extreme. This one's got the bearing in it, and look how rusted it is. She doesn't keep her shears very clean. But at least these aren't as damaged in the inside as the other pair was. Well, I appreciate y'all watching this morning, keeping me company. Hope you hit that thumbs up button. Hope you subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We do mail-in sharpening from all around the country. Oh, I didn't check the set first. Hard to see in that light. Yes, this is just water on these stones. And this has got a clean ride line, so this is not going to take much. Just a little at the tip. There's just a little area at the tip of the blade there, so I'm going to work that. A little pressure on the tip. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit more. That looks real nice. Okay, let's do the other blade. There's a little area right there. Let's see what that other question was there. Sorry. It's scrolling fast. Is it Mecca? Any recommendation on to get good? Oh, I mean, there's lots of them out there. Videos. Look up Cliff Curry. Curry Custom Cutlery is a good one to watch. He's got some different videos on different ways of doing it. Home Spark Knife Sharpening. Jim is here on this page. I think he's here. You need to look at his videos. If you look at my the list of people I subscribe to, there's a bunch of different sharpeners around the country or the world. So that looks real good. There was a little ding right there. I still see it. There's still just a little spot right there. And what's the oldest knife I ever sharpened? I had a cleaver that a guy brought in. It had to be close to, it could have been 100 or 200 years old, 150 to 200 years old. It was pre-Civil War, I know that. Yeah, check out Home Spark Knife Sharpening there, Mecca or Mesha, can't remember what your name was. Check out Jim, he's a good knife sharpener. I think that's fine. It's on the outside, it's not on the inside, so I'm gonna regrind that anyway. So these were in pretty good shape. Look like somebody, they're not horrible. I've sharpened this lady's shears years ago and then never heard from her again until this week. So she must have got upset with whoever she was using. And I guess she didn't like it years ago. Well, I sharpened for her 3 or 4 times years ago. Who knows? People are fickle. All right, sorry, dust system's got to come on. Makes a lot of noise, but you can't breathe this stuff. Hey, Kevin. I feel like that tip's not all the way. Now it is. Well, I hope y'all subscribe to my channel. Hope you hit that thumbs up button. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen Salon. These are Salon shears, barber and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Awesome. A little bit of a burr. Let's do a little bit more work on it. All right, good. Be sure to subscribe to Home Spark Knife Sharpening, their Jim. He's in Aurora, Illinois. If you're up in the Midwest and need knives sharpened, contact Jim. Try to support each other's channels. Looks good. All right, we can turn that dust collector off right now. Thing's noisy. Move the camera back over. Oh, excuse me. All right. The light's bothering me here this morning. I can't see. There was something on that blade I thought I saw in the light. Maybe not. All right. All right, we go back to the stones. Just a little work at the tip. And I don't know if this was the blade that I had an issue with when we started or not. I should have paid closer attention, but it doesn't matter. Hey, Sharp Hawk, what's going on? That wasn't good. Happy Sunday to you too. It's chilly and dreary here today. I thought summer was on its way. That looks good. I still see a little something on there. I guess it's gone now. There was just a little spot, that same little spot. That looks good. I'm not going to mess with it anymore there. So now we're going to go to the 5,000 stone. That looks real good. Maybe something right there. You know, I see little things in the light, and it bothers me. Light is your friend when sharpening, that's for sure. Looks good. All right, let's get us a paper towel here. Have all this stuff soaking in Simple Green Extreme just to get all the gunk off of it. They were pretty nasty. Well, this one needs an O-ring. So there's a little O-ring that's missing. That's not an O-ring. What am I talking about? See, look, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. I'm losing it this morning. All right, I'm gonna try some tissue off camera. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, cut great. Let's try hair. Look at that. Those are cutting good. So final adjustment. Little dry lube. That feels real good. So that's 2 down. Got 2 more pairs to go. Appreciate y'all watching out there. I hope you hit that thumbs up button and I hope you subscribe to our little channel. It does help us grow. We do mail-in sharpening from all around the United States. So here's the 3rd pair. And they're literally not cutting anything. They're not cutting, and I'm gonna show you this. These should easily cut 1-ply tissue paper, and they will not cut 1-ply tissue paper. So they're going to push the hair dramatically, and watch. See that? Look. Does not cut hair. So we got to fix them. Kevin, yeah, I do. I go in the shop. I just have a pickup truck, so can't really sharp. I can if I have to out of the truck, but I don't like to do that. I like to actually go into the shop and bring my tools in there. But I charge $35 per pair with a minimum of 3 pairs to sharpen to go to a shop. And I only go within a certain geographic distance. I try to fairly close. Here at my shop at the house, I charge $20 per pair and no minimum. So this is a lady she was closed today, so they brought them by this morning. They'll come back and pick them up this afternoon. So these are horrible. I mean, I can just see a very rough edge. I don't know if y'all can see that or not in the camera. You see that light right there? That means it is just basically flat, and that's the reason why it's not cutting. So I've got to rework this inside ride line first, and then I will sharpen the outside of the blade. That's just terrible. Somebody tried to sharpen these with a belt sander. This is just terrible. There's a burr. There's a burr on the outside of this blade. All right, so I'm gonna go to the 1000 grit stone because I need to work this fairly quickly. Oh man. You know, I didn't check the set on these, and they feel odd. So this is my handy dandy light box. That looks pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of different stones out there. I use the Shapton stones. These are ceramic stones, so they're artificial. They're not real stone. But you can go to a site like sharpeningsupplies.com and see all the different stones that are available out there. God. Hope that answered your question. I can still see something right there. We're almost there. That looks good. Okay, let's work on this one now. And I can see it's just very rough edge. Can y'all see that in the light? You see that where it's chewed up and it's chewed up at the tip? You can see it reflect. I'm not sure what somebody did. I guess it doesn't matter. It's my job to fix it, right? I know. They almost look like wire strippers. Jim, it looks like somebody tried to sharpen these. I don't know on what. I mean, it had a burr. It had a burr on this. I can still feel it. There's a burr on this side of the blade, on the convex side. What the hell? We're almost there. Yeah, you got to have the right equipment, Jim. Whenever you're ready, I'll steer you in the right direction. You're pretty close to Dennis Brooks. He's in Indiana, so he's not too far from you. He'd be the good one for you to go. Yeah, I wouldn't think a chipped edge would be a good thing. We're almost there. Maybe right there. That looks good. And I'm going to need to replace that bumper there too. We'll wait. All right, let's move the camera. Correct. You're removing material as you go from the stones. All right, here we go. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. I use water as the lubricant. It's just a light coat of water on the stones. Oh, is that what you're talking about? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a abrasive cleaner. It's to get all the, I'll show you just one second here. You see the buildup of the material off of the shear. So it's got built up material right in there. Now watch this. This is like an eraser, and it'll watch it get this material off. See how it cleans it? And so it gets the embedded material off of the disc. Can you see that one? This one's not as bad. It makes these sandpaper discs last a lot longer if you keep them clean. There's not as much as on the 1500. There's not as much on there because we've already taken it off with the other ones. I'm just refining the edge at this point, making it smoother, more polished. Now I use two different pads. This is just a cotton pad. This is a very thin one. So I like to do the thin one, and then I go to a little bit thicker one after that. And on this pad, I like to put a little polishing compound. This is very light polishing compound. At this point, we're doing cosmetics. We're just making this look better. We're polishing the steel. Alright, so we got them both sharpened. Now we're going to go back to the stones. So here we go. Turn the noisemaker off. And now I'm just cleaning these with rubbing alcohol. This is just 70% rubbing alcohol. And y'all can't see it, but there's a little tiny burr on the blade, and I've got to get that burr off. And this is just a little piece of chamois leather, very soft leather. And you see how nice and polished that is now? And see, there's a little burr right there at the base of the blade. And I always say light is your friend. You can see it reflecting. It's hard to see on the camera, but I can see it with my eyes. There's a little something at the tip. And that may be a problem. Let me see. I went back to the pad a little bit and I got it. There was just a little something at the tip that I saw in the light. So we did 1,000 grit originally, so we're going to go to 1,500 here. We've got a really nice ride line now. Looks good. Well, I appreciate you watching. This is all I have to sharpen today. I had somebody supposed to bring some stuff this afternoon, but I haven't heard from them. So these 4 pairs is all I have this morning. Really like to have some more business today. I'm going to take tomorrow off completely. Oh, it looks good. Maybe a little something there. It looks good. This was the pair that it looked like somebody tried to sharpen them on something they weren't supposed to. It had a very odd edge. They would not cut 1-ply tissue paper, and it would not cut, it completely folded the hair. These were completely inoperable as salon shears. I think that looks good. So that was the 1500 stone. Now we're going to go to the 5000. That towel's getting soaked. I need a new towel. Oh, it looks great. And the edge looks great. Oh, there's something on that stone. I felt a little something on the stone. Sean, I'm in League City, Texas. League City is halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. I still see something on that blade. It just bothers me. It's just right here. Well, Sean, where were you in Texas? I'm going to resharpen this blade. there's just something about it. It's got a little spot on it that I didn't get on the flat hone. So I'm going to resharpen this one. You know what? Let's see if it'll cut first. Just don't worry about it. We may have to resharpen these. There's just there's a light refraction on there that I don't like. And it could be just my eyes. I'm pretty tired today. An IPA bath. I'm not sure what an IPA bath is. It's this is just Simple Green Extreme. I use it in my ultrasonic cleaner. Yes, isopropyl alcohol. That's what's in this. This is isopropyl alcohol, but this is Simple Green. All right, if y'all remember at the start, this would not cut single ply tissue paper like butter now. Okay, so let's see if it cuts hair. Remember, if you've been watching from the beginning, it just folded the hair. So here's our hair. And this is real human hair. Let's try the tip first. Look at that, wonderful. Middle, perfect. It's not as crisp as I'd like it to be. Let's try to do it. Let's go back on I'm just gonna polish it a little bit. And it may be the tension too. I've got those way too loose. Let's try a little bit more tension. Oh yeah. So that was a tension issue there. So let's clean our mess up here. Little lubricant. I may have them too tight. That's where we want to be, right there. Right there. They don't quite slam closed. And I'm going to replace her bumper on this. I got to find my pliers. And so we're going to replace that. See the bumper? It's all chewed up. So how did I get into this? I started just sharpening knives on the weekend while I was still working full time. And then from knives, I did sewing, scissors, and that sort of thing. And then everybody was calling about salon and barber shears, and I got into that. And then I got into clipper blades. And that's the story. I sharpened part-time for 5 years. And then when COVID hit, I quit my full-time job of 29 years and said I couldn't take it anymore and haven't looked back. So I'm gonna have to bring this down a little bit, either that or adjust the shear. I was a financial advisor for 29 years. I sat at a desk, hated it, liked this a lot better. This is more fun. All right, so those are done. I've adjusted the bumper. We know they're cutting hair real well. Well, you know, it's like anything else when you start off doing something. I mean, I would say the first 20 years, I loved being a financial advisor. But you do something long enough, then you don't want to do it anymore. And that was the case. This is more fun to me. Still not closing all the way. Now they are. That looks good. So there we go. One more pair to go. So here's the last pair. And I soldered these years ago. And I'll show you again. Now here's an example, another example. 1-ply tissue. They will not cut. Well, you may like what you do. You know, I mean, I did for a long time. Some people do that, you know. Now, none of these are super quality shears. I mean, this is a $250 pair of shears, and I'm charging them $20 to sharpen them, so it's worth it. The first 2 pair, they could have bought new scissors for that quality of a shear. It just depends on the quality of it. You know, it's like anything else. There's crap out there in everything you buy, and then there's stuff worth repairing. These are definitely worth repairing. I sold her these years ago, and somebody else has sharpened them because I haven't been back to her salon in years, and they just up and called me. I don't cold call. I work by referral only, or existing business, people I've done business with in the past. So who knows? No, I'm just using water on top of the stones. This is just plain tap water. I use alcohol to clean the shears. Just a little something at the tip. She wears her shears out at the tips. She must do a lot of point cutting. That looks good. Well, I appreciate y'all staying with me. Just me and the dog out here. Dog sitting right over here, laying down on the floor. It's a lot of damage on this blade. We're almost there. All right, we just got a little bit right in this area here. I'm gonna put a little extra pressure right there. A little torque. My right hand. Almost, there's just a little something there and there. I'm gonna turn that stone. All right, we're good. Well, I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button. I hope you subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We are Sharpen Right Services located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon shears, that's what we're doing today, barber and pet grooming shears, sewing scissors, clipper blades, and just about any kind of knife. I don't do swords, nothing huge. Simple, keep it simple. Oh, we got the dust collector. No, don't do swords. All right, we've got a nice burr all the way across the blade. Now we're going to convex. Looks good. All right, let's do the next blade. This is the last pair we're going to do today. I still see some red on that. All right, I got a nice burr now, so we're good. We can convex. You know, I have no idea. I mean, these were really terrible. 2 out of the 3 would not cut hair at all. Maybe she has other pairs. I don't know. Maybe these are her favorite. But yeah, they definitely have not been cutting very well in a long time. And it looked like somebody tried to sharpen them and didn't know what they were doing. I don't know. You know how it is. You just keep going. Don't worry about it. We can only do what we can do. Wouldn't have a business if we didn't have people like her. Looks good. I don't see any little refractions of light. So that one looks good. This one's got a pretty heavy burr on it. Oh, there it goes. That looks good. Okay, let's go back to the stones. We're just going to go to the 1500 here. Oh, see, I just shot that stone with alcohol. I grabbed the wrong one. All right, there we go. Let's do this blade first. We've got a nice ride line, so we're not going to have to do too much work. Good. Looks good. That's nice. I got something on that stone. I need to vacuum my workspace off. There's hair everywhere. Oh, it looks good. Nice clean ride line all the way across the blade. All right, so we're finished with the 1500. We're going to go to the 5000. Appreciate y'all watching. We're wrapping this up for today. I only had 4 pairs to do this morning. I got somebody supposed to come in this afternoon with some more, but I haven't heard from her, so. And it's nasty outside here in Texas today, so there's not much to do. I don't think there's any sports on. We're waiting for the Final Four and March Madness coming up. Hoping my University of Houston Cougars do well this year. A little bit more. Looks great. Did I do this one already? Can't remember if I did this one already or not. I'm gonna do it again. Looks good. Whoops, sorry. She doesn't keep her shears very clean, I know that. I even ran these through the ultrasonic cleaner and they're still filthy inside. All right, we're missing a washer too. I thought I put one in there, but I don't see it. I don't see it here on the bench, so we need to put a washer in there. Well, that's not the one I want. There we go. So there's a little washer. Let's see if that'll fit on here. I think that one's too small. It is. There we go. All right. Those are cutting great. All right, folks. Well, appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a great Sunday afternoon. Thanks for being here. Hope y'all subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.